just having darshan of Govinda, Venkateshwara, Srinivasa, the one who resides in the seven hills, in the Saptagiri Vasa. Venkateshwara, Bhagavan Venkateshwara is like the most sweetest, one of the most 911 gods, like Swamiji calls beautifully. He literally runs and comes to you whenever you call him. He's one of the most sweetest, he's one of the most worshipped gods in Hinduism. Showers us with all the blessings and grace. We're all going to be, we all just received his darshan. Showered with the wealth, grace, auspiciousness on this auspicious occasion of Ramanavami, on the celebration of the descent of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu, as all of us received the darshan today. Literally, each of us have experienced this most wonderful darshan with grace and blessings. Swamiji is literally showered, fulfilled anything, ask whatever you ask. He has showered you with all that prosperity. He's showered you with all that abundance. He's literally given you every single boon that you can probably ask for. Ma Mahabharava Jnana Surpani is saying it was such a strong energy and it was wonderful. Absolutely, Ma. Venkateshwara Darshan is so powerful, right? Just if you even catch the form, understand, even if you have had a glimpse of Bhagavan Venkateshwara, he will literally shower you with all the wealth, all the abundance and auspiciousness. Literally, he'll shower you with all of that. Right now, right after receiving this darshan, you all can actually manifest, receive the prasada. For this, right now, we can manifest powers, and you will see how even through your power manifestation, you'll intensely shower you. All of you can do a very simple power manifestation. Actually, anything, something that represents wealth to you. Can I request all of you to bring that for the power manifestation? This is such a powerful darshan. Like literally just catching a glimpse of this darshan fills you with Venkateshwara. It fills you with all that prosperity and abundance. So just bring this one, something that represents wealth to you. Can I request all of you to please bring something that represents wealth to you? It could be anything. It could be like a ring, bangle, coin. Don't worry, you're not going to give. You're going to keep it yourself only. You're not going to give anyone. You're just going to keep it, but you're going to manifest with it. When you manifest with it, all the things related to wealth, right? Whatever you may have as an incompletion, all of them will simply heal. Decide to surrender. From that space, you'll be able to sit and easily manifest this power. Just let Bhagavan Venkateshwara, who manifested today intensely through Swamiji, flow through each one of us. Let's just enjoy that intense energy and sit and do the power manifestation. Abhishek Ayya is asking, do we get blessing even if we did not type prayer in the chat section? Absolutely yes. Even if you had not typed, if you had just been here, especially if you're in the Zoom room, and you have been here, you saw the darshan, and Swamiji's eyes definitely fell on you. And it's on all the participants if you were there in the Zoom rooms. And if your camera was on, be rest assured, Swamiji's eyes definitely fell on you, and it will completely liberate you. You will see how just this darshan of Bhagavan Venkateshwara will manifest prosperity and abundance in your life. And actually, my Shreya Gupta's poster, I could watch this darshan on loop. We indeed have such a compassionate guru. Absolutely. You can keep watching this over and over and over and again. It's like such a graceful darshan. Right now, every one of you that are here, sit and connect to Venkateshwara. He will literally shower you with all that wealth, abundance, and prosperity. Just by connecting to this form of Bhagavan Venkateshwara, you will be able to manifest that. I'm going to request all the participants here to bring something. Can you all post what you have, what you got in the chat? Sarji Firso and Adi Moolam, Rishi Razdan. I request all of you to kindly come on camera. Understand the power manifestation right after darshan is too important. So do not miss out on this power manifestation. So just take what you think as something that's really, that signifies wealth for you or something that's very precious to you. Get that and come. You are going to be manifesting power with that. You're not going to give it to anyone. That is for you only. You are going to sit and manifest power with that. Can I request all of you to get it and come? Yes, that's perfectly fine, Abhishekaya. Whatever you want, get it and come. And I request all of you to keep that in front of you and trace it around. You're going to now manifest the power of Mahima, where you're going to actually increase the size of an object. So trace it around, use a paper and a pencil. Keep that, like for example, you have a locket. Keep that locket and trace around it with a pencil on a piece of paper. Then remove the locket from there, and you're going to sit intensely connected to Swamiji and look at it with all your three eyes. Do not close your eyes, intensely keep looking at it. And you're going to just be connected. See the bliss that you're experiencing right now, that space of that devotion that's manifesting in you is literally the main ingredient that you need for the power manifestation. So just connect to Swamiji and you're going to intensely look with all your three eyes at that object with a will to increase its size. Actually feel that it is expanding. Intensely, not just visualize, will it. Experience in your inner space, literally feel that it is expanding and keep looking at it with all your three eyes. And you will, at that time, while you are doing the power manifestation, do not keep it on that paper itself. See, listen, if you keep it on that paper itself and keep manifesting, your mind will constantly be thinking, oh, has it increased the size or decreased the size? Do not worry about any of that. Take that and keep it aside. Let's say you're manifesting it with a bangle. Keep the bangle on the paper, trace around it, take a photograph of that tracing. Take the bangle, keep it aside now, and look intensely at the bangle with all your three eyes. I'm giving an example of a bangle. It can be a ring, it can be anything, whatever you are having. And connect to Swamiji and do the manifestation. If you have started, can I request you to kindly put yes, I have started the power manifestation in the chat. Understand, when you just connect to Swamiji, remember this darshan as Venkateshwara, Srinivasa, Swamiji manifested and blessed all of us today. With that space, just sit and say Parandhama, Paramapada, and connect to Swamiji and look at the object and understand when you increase its height, when you increase the size of the object, literally you will see that the kind of attachment and the power that wealth has over you will drop. See, right now, what happens? The increase or decrease in your bank balance creates an imbalance in you, is it not? Just by the bank balance going high or the bank balance going down, anything. I'm just saying bank balance, it could be any wealth. It impacts you, is it not? You get impacted by it, correct? If you manifest this power, when you sit and declare and connect to Swamiji, you will see how beautifully your whole inner space will get balanced. Come on, Ma Rachna, Nithyananda, Ma Anafon, and all the other participants, Javier Aya, Zoran Zindak. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Please bear with us. But yes, come on, all of you. Sit, bring something that represents wealth to you. Ma Kala Kala Priya is doing with ring, that's good. Ma Venkateshananda is using Lakshmi deity, that's wonderful. Come on, all of you sit. Anything that represents wealth, you keep it, declare and increase its height. Measure its current height. Come on, Ma Lisicia, I request all of you to go ahead and start. Cheng Wong, Lo Zhuan. Put something that represents wealth to you. Ma Rachna. Sit and sit straight always. Heavy area, sit straight. Sit straight, keep the object in front of you. With the understanding that Parandhama, Paramapada, the ultimate source of wealth, he is flowing through you and manifesting. Sit, declare, and start manifesting. Alexander Robin is saying you're using your wedding ring. Wonderful. You can use anything, something that represents preciousness of wealth to you. Use that and sit and manifest with it. Shanta Mahavakya. Connect to Swamiji intensely. You will simply see how beautifully the whole power manifestation will happen. Right now, all of you can experience this breakthrough. Any object you want, you can keep it and declare. And only one thing, you remember that experience of abundance inside of you when you sit. From that space, declare and manifest.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham Om
Yes.
Nithyananda
Hope all of you have done the power manifestation. Can I request all of you to now verify and please post here how many of you were able to manifest? Please relax, open your eyes and post, check now and post here how many of you were able to manifest. Even if there's a small change, it is definitely a power manifestation. Come on, how will suddenly a metal just change on its own? Please post it. Anyone who has manifested, take a few minutes and please verify and post it here in the chat. I request all of you to please share how many of you have manifested. Even whether height increase, decrease, everything is a manifestation. So see, check, and you all can post and share with us in the chat. And all the others who are yet to manifest, continue to manifest. Sit, declare, cognize, and you literally see how the whole expansion will happen. So now, as all of us are manifesting, Swamiji is going to be revealing to us how to have that powerful manifestation of wealth in our life by breaking tiredness and boredom. And before that, we're seeing some. Yes, and I see some of Ma Venkateshananda has increased the deity about 4 millimeters. Excellent. Ma Dharmadarananda has also manifested. Wonderful, Ma. Very good. Wow. Okay, great. So for all of you that have manifested, excellent. Please continue to manifest. Even the others who are not manifested yet, sit, continue to experience. These are all not like some, it's not a mystery. It's a clear science. When you sit and declare, it will happen as reality. Now, let us listen to the revelation from Swamiji on abundance. How to break free from boredom and tiredness and manifest it.
The only solution to have abundance in the life, go deeper into your muscle memory, remove this tiredness, life negative patterns, go into your biomemory, remove this life negative cognitions. That is why I tell you, first step in abundance is yoga and the long breath. Breathing deeply and yoga is the first step in abundance. Because that is when even your muscle memory is ready for abundance. Go deeper into muscle memory, biomemory, and bioenergy. Even if you have billions, but you are all the time tired, bored, you are not going to experience abundance. So the first thing, get into your muscle memory the incompletions you stored against abundance. Actually, there are people, the moment their project is going to be successful, even they cannot tolerate. They will fall into tiredness and confusion and collapse it, destroy it. Get into your muscle memory and see, do you have that pattern? If you say, every time I start something, when it is about to happen, it collapses, Swamiji. It breaks, Swamiji. It's not happening, Swamiji. I think I am unfortunate, Swamiji. It is, if you have that kind of sufferings, understand, you carry that pattern in your muscle memory, pull it out and complete it. When you complete the patterns in your muscle memory, you can also awaken them and program them for the possibilities that can open up. Now listen. Let me come back to emotion retention and emotion fermentation. You get multiple types of emotions, almost all emotions every day. Sometimes lust, sometimes greed, sometimes fear, sometimes the multiple versions of fear, sometimes worry, sometimes love, sometimes attention giving, sometimes attention asking, sometimes jealousy, sometimes comparison. Various emotions, sometimes the willpower, sometimes arrogance, sometimes frustration, different emotions I can describe. All kinds of emotions you get. But logically, through your conscious decision, the thought currents or emotions which you cherish stays inside you and starts getting fermented. The good news is no emotion gets fermented inside you. No fermentation of emotions happens inside you without your conscious support. You should understand that.
People who are able to be energetic, alive, active, sharply thinking, strategizing, without the peer pressure of jealousy, comparison, they are going to accumulate exorbitant amount of wealth. Understand? All the people who can function, think, work, get excited only by peer pressure, jealousy, comparison are just going to dry and wither out, because all the peer pressure, jealousy, comparison, everything is going to be taken away from life. If your mental setup is such, you can think only with peer pressure, jealousy, comparison, you don't have a future. Your active, excited hours will drastically drop down to 5%. You will be almost in depression, low mood, non-thinking, non-excited, inactive. Whoever is able to excite themselves with powerful cognitions, in tune with the cosmos, you are active just because you feel like enriching the world, supporting the world, contributing to the world. If your mental setup is based on contribution, enriching, spiritual strength and excitement, you are going to be active continuously and you are going to accumulate exorbitant wealth. Because all the wealth of the peer pressure based gang is going to be left. It's going to melt down. The peer pressure based industries will melt down. Contribution based industries will shoot up.
The first few important truths, the sacred secrets you need to know. Biggest human suffering is self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred. If I have to organize it one by one, self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. First, it starts as self-doubt, flowers as self-hatred, becomes fruit in self-denial. That is the way step by step it moves. Please understand, the worst disease human beings suffer. I tell you, actually only after this self-doubt comes, God becomes human. I tell you, all your patterns, root patterns, the father of your root patterns, great-grandfather of your root patterns, great-grandmother of your root patterns, everything is your self-doubt, self-hatred and self-denial. The moment you want something, you declare to yourself, you will not get it. If you have to get it, you will have to struggle, literally give your whole life to it. How many of you are able to cognize what I am saying? That is what exactly I call it self-denial. Which is not true, please understand. Even though society makes you believe your self-denial is fact, it is not fact. All incarnations land on the planet Earth just to tell you this one truth. Your self-denial, your self-hatred, self-doubt is not truth or fact. That's all. That's all. You are more than what you believe as you, because what you believe as you is framed by your self-denial, self-hatred and self-doubt. No one can give you suffering. No one can take away what you want from your life. The great hope, the great truth, the greatest good news, which is truth, is you are not an ordinary being as you perceive because of your self-doubt, self-hatred and self-denial. Complete all these three. Every human being should be taught the science of completing with self-doubt, self-hatred and self-denial. When you start working on this, completing with self-doubt, self-hatred and self-denial, so much of Kundalini energy awakens, that energy will automatically guide you to create what you want, achieve what you want. That energy will automatically liberate you, lead you to ultimate enlightenment. In my temples, only 3 demons will be portrayed. That is self-doubt, self-hatred and self-denial. People should complete with these 3 and only then enter my temple. Only then you can enter into the space of divine. Please understand, all hatred you have with others is hatred which is there in you, about you. All doubt you have about others is nothing but the doubt you have in you. All denial you have about others is nothing but the denial you have about you inside. Complete these 3 inside you will see suddenly the world will be different for you. I am not saying world will become different for everyone, it will become different for you. Because ultimately, you create your world. You create your world. Self-hatred, naturally creates hatred about you everywhere. Self-doubt naturally creates doubt about others in you, in others about you. Self-denial naturally makes you deny others, others you. That is the source of all sufferings. That is the source of all bad things.
When I was in the Ramakrishna Mat, once I missed morning Manglarati. Manglarati is supposed to be 5 o'clock. I missed Manglarati. I did not try to find out what is the reason, what must be the pattern, I should complete with it. No QTPI analysis. No. Simply I decided, no more question of sleeping, that's all. Tie the rope on the shika, tie it on the cart, over. Sit. Only if you sleep, you will miss morning Mangalarti. Stop sleeping, that's all. The ferociousness was such. My body and my mind, both of them know, if I decide, I decide. They just obey me if they want to live with me. Understand, both of them know, they simply obey me if they want to live with me. Never again ever I missed my morning Mangalarati. It's not that I completely stopped sleeping. Maybe next few days I didn't sleep. But the body and mind learnt the lesson. This guy cannot be bent. He cannot be bent. You simply have to listen to him. You simply have to obey him. When there is a problem in others, you deal ferociously. When there is a problem with you, you do it very QTP. It should be the other way. When there is a problem with others, specifically do the surgery only where it is required. When there is a problem with you, your whole being should be made to shiver by your ferociousness. For others, if there is a tumor, do the chemotherapy precisely on the spot. For you, if there is a tumor, just walk into fire. The ferociousness. I am not saying commit suicide, no. It's not that I stopped sleeping forever, no. But that ferociousness, never ever again I missed my life's rhythm due to slumber or sleep or anything. My life's rhythm could not be disturbed. Even now, This body does everything humanly impossible to cope up with me. Everything humanly impossible to cope up with me. It is no more a tantrum throwing girlfriend or honeymoon husband, honeymoon upset wife. No more a middle-age crisis wife. No. A polite, chaste, 60-year-old Dirgha Sumangali wife. Auspicious just by the scene. It is no more a tantrum throwing girlfriend, her honeymoon upset wife, or a middle-age crisis wife. No. Polite, subdued, dedicated, chaste, 60-year Dirgha Sumangali. Highly supportive, clear about its mission and vision, understand. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. Time dimension does not get opened by any technique, practice, QTP level. Time opens and lets the visual imagination, visualization, declaration become part of your space only by ferociousness. Ferociousness. My ferocious answer to the corruption of the society is aparigraha. My ferocious answer to the polluted concepts of sexology of the society is by my brahmacharya. My ferocious response to this whole economy system is asteya. My ferocious response to this whole hypocrisy of the society is my satya. My ferocious response to the whole violence of the humanity is my ahimsa.
Ferociousness means powerfully standing with the truth, even if the whole world outside and your whole world inside tries to delude you and denies the reality. The reality is you are Paramashiva. Even if the whole world outside tries to deny it, or your whole world inside tries to deny it. Ferociousness means powerfully standing with the truth, uncompromising, absolutely not letting the outer world to add any self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial inside you, the world or my world. See, your outer world is the world and your inner self, your inner space is your world, my world. For you, my world, for me, my world. The world or the impacts of the world on my world, nothing should be allowed to dilute you, to lower you, powerfully standing up with the truth. I'll give you multiple definitions to make you understand ferociousness. This is the first definition. The outer world whether it manifests, behaves as you want or not, or the impact of the outer world on your inner world, whether that goes as per your whims and fancies or not, the truth, absolute truth, the ultimate truth should be cognized, powerfully concluded, uncompromisingly. I will repeat now. You are Paramashiva is the truth, ultimate truth. You should come to this conclusion because it is truth, not because if you believe you are Paramashiva, you can manifest powers, you can have this, you can have that. All that as a reason. See, when you cognize you are Paramashiva, you will manifest powers, no doubt. You will play with life, no doubt. Your whole life will be Leela, no doubt. But you should cognize you are Paramashiva because that is the truth. Not because there is a utility value because of that truth. That is the truth. So, deciding to cognize the truth uncompromisingly because it is truth, powerfully, is ferociousness. Laziness is nothing but withdrawing from life, hatred towards life. Now sit and see when the hatred started building in you, either first incident or when you felt that hatred strongly, hatred to people whom you really like. Please understand, your desire and desired objects are life. So now listen to this definition. Your desire and desired objects is life. Please, all of you understand. For you, this is the definition of life. So whenever your desired objects or persons shake your desire due to some reason, by giving you the insecurity, you are not going to get that object or the person, or some reason, when they shake your desire, the hatred towards life, withdrawal from life starts. That starts coming out as laziness and boredom pattern. Whatever you remember, those few strong incidents, start completing. That itself will break many of the laziness patterns. Tiredness, laziness, boredom, is the worst traitor. It will act as if he is your friend and he is doing good to you, but suddenly you will see so many beautiful things in your life you lost, you did not risk because of your laziness and boredom. Boredom actually reduces the respect you have on you. Even when you make decisions, should I marry this person or not? Should I keep this friendship or not? Should I enter into this business or not? Should I take up this job or not? When your mind starts making decision from the cognition of your earlier boredom, I usually get bored with this kind of things after 6 months. Why to take up this job? Boredom can make you miss best things of your life. Never entertain boredom as a friend. Please. Boredom and tiredness is one of the strongest pattern destroys human life. Actually, it is, see, nobody is a bad person. When they want to protect their boredom and tiredness, they sacrifice all good qualities like integrity. They start telling lies. They start hiding things. Instead of sacrificing the tiredness and boredom, you sacrifice all your good qualities. How many of you feel just to protect your laziness, you develop the patterns of lying, spontaneous lying? No, it's true. I'm telling you. Just to protect the laziness. Instead of sacrificing that, you sacrifice so many good qualities. It's everyone's problem. So from today when we work, it's mostly hatred towards the object you loved or persons you loved, or the hatred towards your own very desires. When you are convinced your desires are not going to become reality, then the laziness and tiredness and boredom, that becomes your everyday response to life. That becomes your natural response to life. All I am asking is, allow 6 months without being stuck with the conclusion of impossibility. Do not conclude impossible. Do not conclude not possible. Do not conclude boredom. Do not conclude tiredness. Do not conclude boredom as the result. Do not conclude tiredness as the result. Do not conclude impossibility as the result.
money. If you want to have struggles, you will have struggles. If you want to have money, you will have money. The people who have struggles, they want to have struggles, so they are having it. People who want to have money, they want to have money, they are having it. So, decide, you want to have struggles or you want to have money, you will have it. That clarity should come to your biomemory and muscle memory. You will have what you want. Next. Please understand, in each of this, you have your vested interests. Many times, you visualize in poverty, you are free from all responsibility. You just want to be free from all responsibilities and commitment. Then you constantly visualize, entertain, cherish the poor life. When it actually lands on you, you say, no, this is not what I wanted. Without knowing what is going to come, you cherish, visualize, entertain a thought current. After you attract that, you think, oh God, I think I missed it. Please understand, universe is intelligent and compassionate. It gives you only what you ask for, never anything else. And if you have manifested poor health, unhappy relationship, poverty, look in why you manifested. Why you manifested? And dig it out from your muscle memory and biomemory, the root patterns. Why you manifested poor health, poverty, unhappy relationships, and complete it. You will understand you always manifested only what you wanted, knowingly or unknowingly. Next.
Course.
You are not spiritual seeker, you are just sick and broke. Please understand. The question, I have to read out the question once more. If I think myself as a good person and spiritual seeker, but I feel challenged or struggle to make my financial and abundance goals come into reality, what does this mean about me and my connection with the source? As I said, you are not seeker, you are just sick and broke. Because you don't have wealth, you are trying to console yourself saying you are spiritual. You just want to satisfy, console yourself, say, no, I may not have that, but I have this. You not having that does not mean you have this. Sometimes people who have this may not have that, that does not mean you not having that, you have this. Be very clear. Mahadeva may be wearing Rudraksha. That does not mean it doesn't have all the diamonds and gems. Please be informed properly. Do not try to console yourself by saying, I may not have spirituality. I may not have wealth, but I have spirituality. Because here nobody can challenge you. And everyone tries to console you. False consolations are what I call feeling stuck in life. false consolations is what I call feeling stuck in your life. At least this fellow who goes to honeymoon will find that night itself it is not she, it is he. But the fellows who are sitting with the false consolations, after marriage will not even be going for honeymoon. For elongated period they will be thinking it is she. They may discover it during the cremation or burial. They spend their whole life with he, not she. Understand, if you think yourself as a good person and seeker, and you are challenged or struggling to make your financial abundance, if you are not able to make that into reality, be very clear. You are just living with false consolations. You are stuck. You just need a strong awakening. You just need to remember you are sick and broke, not seeker. When does declaring and manifesting abundance is not good? For example, when does it become greed? There is nothing called greed, please understand. There is nothing called greed. You need to work on your fear of constantly having good, bad, moral, immoral, socially accepted, non-accepted, these boundaries with which you are struggling. Actually, what you need to break is your fears when something will become greed, when it will be immoral. Please understand, I am not saying be immoral, be wrong. I am not saying try to have the whole world under you. No. All I am trying to tell you is, you actually have greedophobia. If I have to coin a new word. Without even having greed, phobia about greed. Understand, actually if you have greed, you need to work too much. Let us not even bother about that. That is not an actual problem you have. Actual problem you have is greedophobia. Attend to that. When really greed comes, I'll teach you, I'll appear in front of you and teach you how to go beyond it. No, really I'm telling you, when I am appearing in reality, ask the real problem questions. Now your real problem is greedophobia, not greed itself. So let's attend that. When you have greed as a real problem, don't worry, I'll be there to answer and guide you, help you. Without even having that problem, having greedophobia many times stops you living, flowering. I tell you, at least everyone who is sitting in front of me all over the world, I think now around more than 100 places in few thousand people, all of you only have greedophobia, not greed. Let's stop with that. Don't try to drill whether greed is good or bad, all that. You don't have that problem. Then why should you bother about it now? Now all you have is greedophobia. Fear of greed. Break that. That's all you need. So have greed. Enjoy greed. It's okay. When that becomes a real problem, I'll tell you how to break. Inner awakening is not expense you will be doing. It will be the best investment you will be doing it on yourself. Actually, earlier I was giving the whole program free. Unfortunately, people don't open their heart unless they open their packet. No, really. Even now I am seeing whenever I give a free program, after the first session, 40% people are missing. Second day, only 30% people sit. If it's a 5-day, 6-day program, I have to be sitting all alone. That is when I decided, let me talk to people in their language. Even now, the whole inner awakening, whatever I teach, whole thing is available in the YouTube, in my channel freely. Paying for inner awakening itself is a religious action. That itself makes you matured to listen and receive. Now, I saw it experientially. Unless you do that, you don't open up. I am seeing, now I am handling millions of people in last 12-13 years of my life. That is the reason I kept the money, and I tell you, never, when somebody has an intention, money will be a problem. And I am powerful enough to shower you with wealth the moment you have intention to be here to learn. I will not allow the money to be a black cage for your enlightenment. Understand? I am uttering these words with a lot of responsibility. And Rose, I tell you, you will have wealth just like that. You will be here to attend the inner awakening. I just wanted to ask one thing. How many of you just made the intention, simply money happened, time, everything happened, and you attended the inner awakening? Raise your hand. Just raise the hand. Rose, please look around. Just look around, see the hands up. How many hands are up? All of them are Nithyananda's witnesses. All of them are witnesses for my power. So with these witnesses, I give you the commitment. Make the intention, you will be here. And I actually tell you, inside when you iron out, outside ironing out is my responsibility. You move small incompletions, I'll move planets for you to be here. It will be the best investment. You will be doing it on yourself. And I also tell you, make your intention, that's enough. You will see suddenly money flows, time flows, everything flows, all the obstacles are removed and you are here. My blessings. I can give you from my experience and from the Agama. Shri Yantra is the most easiest, a very powerful. Get proper Shri Yantra anywhere available. It's called Sri Chakra. Anywhere available. Have it in your home and in your workplace. If you bring it, I can energize and give you also. Keep it. Whenever you find time, you don't have to chant any other mantra. Just gaze at it. It's a DNA of the cosmos. Even if you gaze at it, your brain will have the same electric signals of that same shape. Whenever your brain activates the electric signals in the same shape of Shri Yantra, you become complete, overflowing with energy. You attract all the best things in your life. Simple, straightforward, directly from Agama. Agama means Sadashiva. Sadashiva's teachings. I want to tell you, you are taking a beating in stock not because of your greed, but because of the Wall Street's greed. Understand? It's a very clear, a very scientific method of exploiting people's desire to have money. See, the whole stock business is nothing but very systematically exploiting the collective desire to have money. Nothing else. So I tell you, that business, the only thing you need is not just courage. It will be like You should not be afraid to break any of the so-called values. See, it's like when somebody wants to enter into politics, his dharma becomes different. He cannot be having certain dharmas which we have in our normal day-to-day life. His dharma is different. Same way, when you want to enter into this stock field, you should know how to play with others' desires, how to play with the greed of the Wall Street. And you should not hold on to your values which usually you will follow in other places. Say, for example, you have this big value of non-violence. You should not have that when you are doing investing in the stocks. That will not work. There the dharma is different. There the Vaishya dharma is different. So two things I'll personally give you two advice. One, have courage. Second, give up non-violence when it comes to Vaishya dharma. These two will take care of you. And I know this is what exactly is your pattern. Have dharma of non-violence in life, but not where you are doing the Vaishya dharma. I'll tell you a small story. It actually happened. I read it in the Facebook. I was shocked that who put this in the Facebook, because this actually happened in my life. My grandmother, I just enjoyed my life with her. She's such a sweet person. One day morning, in the street, people in villages, Indian villages, in the street, they sell curd, buttermilk, the spinach, all that. So, the old lady comes selling the spinach. Kattu ettana, kattu orana, kattu rendana, like this they will call. Means one pack is 1 ana, one pack is 2 ana, like that they have. So she was shouting in the street saying 1 pack 1 ana, 1 pack 1 ana, come, come. My grandmother went and she was bargaining with that lady to make it into half ana. Half ana, 1 ana is I think 16.5 paise or something like that. Or anyhow, in those days, ana was the way, not paise, ana. So 1 ana was the price that lady was telling. My grandmother asked, no, give me for half ana. She negotiated, finally brought it to half ana and bought 8 packs. So she saved 4 annas. When that lady was giving, my grandmother slowly asked, hey, did you have your breakfast? Morning. She said, no, only after going back I have to cook and eat. She said, wait. I ran into the house, brought full plate of idli, chutney, full breakfast, which must be at least 10 anna worth, and gave it to her. And that lady ate, and she gave water also. She took care of everything. And that lady ate and got very happy, and then she went with her remaining thing. And then I asked my grandmother, you saved 4 anna in the business, but you gave away 10 anna. She said in Tamil beautifully, Dharmattala vyabaram paaka kudadra, vyabarattala dharmam paaka kudadra. I'll translate. In dharma, no business. In business, no dharma. She said, vyabarattala dharmam paaka kudadra, dharmattala vyabaram paaka kudadra. In dharma, no business. In business, no dharma. Senthil, your problem is you are bringing your non-violence into your business. You should not. You should become just like a Wall Street fellows. Only then you will be successful in that. I tell you, please understand. Many of you may be having this issue. Listen. Listen very carefully. I am not going to give you any mystical solution. Don't even think the solution I am giving is mystical. Very practical. I tell you. Debt. I am defining. Debt is nothing but the man's lifestyle of never looking into his money. Listen. You have so much of incompletion, pain. The moment you remember about money, you never look into your accounts, what comes, what goes, till whole thing collapses. Let me ask a very bold question. All of you are here to know about the secrets of attracting the wealth. How many of you have so much pain the moment you remember about wealth and you never look into your balance sheet? Raise your hand. True. He himself is raising the hand. I am telling you, the pain you have about wealth, the moment you remember the wealth, the pain and impossibility you carry need to be completed. Then you will never be afraid of looking at your balance sheet. Fear of looking at your balance sheet lets it rot. Listen, I'm using very strong words. Fear of looking at your balance sheet lets it rot. Yesterday I said very boldly, I don't touch money. I'm telling you, I don't touch money other than for giving dana. But I don't sleep. I don't put my head to rest unless I see the balance sheet of the whole Sangha every night. I can tell you how many tumblers, glasses we have in any of my adhinams from my memory. Not pride. Because I do not have any pain with it. Because I have no pain to look into it. All of you are very happy to count the currency, but nobody wants to look into the balance sheet. This is one of the very important mental pain pattern you need to break, I tell you. Tipuchius Dunstan, I commit with you. Just break this pattern today with completion and decide. Every night you will sleep after seeing your bank balance, your balance sheet. I commit with you, you will get out of debts within 1 year. And I am responsible for this word. Do it like a religious action. Do it like a religious duty. Every night, see your balance sheet and go to bed. Anybody who has this problem of lot of debts, I give you this as a religious technique, and I am responsible for completing your debts and getting you out of it in 1 year. Understand, when I say this, it's a technique, and I also will use my extraordinary powers to support you. Both. Teachings are not always just teachings. It is to support you to get out of powerlessness. When you start following the teachings, there will naturally extraordinary things happening, because we don't use in Hindu tradition words only to give concepts. We also use the words to give energy. So I give you this as a concept and energy. Take this as a religious responsibility. My Guru has instructed me every night, balance sheet, movable assets I have, immovable assets I have, debts I have, loans I need to pay, and the precious metal I have, because we Indians, precious metal is one of the important part of our life. Whatever, see once, and this is the net worth, and sleep. Do this as a religious duty. Do this like a meditation. You can call this as Lakshmi Puja. Every night, few minutes. I tell you, your cognition, when it does not fall on something that becomes blind spot. Even after that becomes blind spot, if you don't attend, that becomes cancerous. All the cancers of your life. See, a broken relationship is cancer in the relationship field. A debt is a cancer in the wealth field. It is only blind spots becomes cancer. Do this as your religious duty. Take this as an initiation from me. And you don't try to justify it. Oh, it is a good technique Swamiji gave. If I do, my mind will change. Then I will really get out. You don't try to build on it, because finally, end of the day, after all, it's a technique. I have tried so many techniques and let me dump it. You usually dump all the techniques into dustbin. That is why I am saying, take it as a Lakshmi Puja. Maybe you can do it like, have a small picture of me and say that because you told I am doing, and after 1 year, I will hold you responsible. Now you can hold me responsible. I am giving you the commitment. Every night, do this as a religious duty and technique. Religious duty. Not even as technique, because techniques you dump into dustbin within 10 days. Purpose attached to wealth. If it is out of powerfulness, your belief on the purpose, great. Sometimes we carry a deep guilt. Without purpose, we should not be having wealth. So let the purpose not be from that powerlessness or the guilt which we develop from young age. Without purpose, wealth should not be built. Let the purpose be your real faith, which you will fulfill it whether the wealth is there or not. See, when you are so clear about the purpose, then for that purpose build wealth, but also make sure we all have a very innate guilt that wealth should not be built without a purpose. Let purpose not be added to wealth because of that guilt. Then it's a powerless decision. Wealth is, you have a right to enjoy wealth as wealth. It does not need to be associated with purpose. And you have a right to have purpose as purpose. It is not necessary wealth should always be associated with it. Let mixing and matching be your joy. Joy choice. Not any social belief, conditioning, compulsion. That's all. Understand? Wealth does not make somebody a leader. Your relevance to purpose and your purpose's relevance to the world. How much your purpose is relevant to world, how much you are relevant to your purpose, that makes you a leader. That's all makes you a leader. Inner awakening is not expense you will be doing. It will be the best investment you will be doing it on yourself. Actually, earlier I was giving the whole program free. Unfortunately, people don't open their heart unless they open their packet. No, really. Even now I am seeing whenever I give a free program, after the first session, 40% people are missing. Second day, only 30% people sit. If it's a 5-day, 6-day program, I have to be sitting all alone. That is when I decided, let me talk to people in their language. Even now, the whole inner awakening, whatever I teach, whole thing is available in the YouTube, in my channel freely. Paying for inner awakening itself is a religious action. That itself makes you matured to listen and receive. Now I saw it experientially. Unless you do that, you don't open up. I am seeing, see now I am handling millions of people in last 12, 13 years of my life. That is the reason I kept the money, and I tell you, never, when somebody has an intention, money will be a problem. And I am powerful enough to shower you with wealth the moment you have intention to be here to learn. I will not allow the money to be a black cage for your enlightenment. Understand? I am uttering these words with a lot of responsibility. You will have wealth just like that. Inside when you iron out. Outside ironing out is my responsibility. You move small incompletions. I'll move planets for you to be here. It will be the best investment. You will be doing it on yourself. And I also tell you, make your intention. That's enough. You will see suddenly money flows, time flows, everything flows. All the obstacles are removed and you are here. My blessings. You got my blessing. You did not give your blessing to it. Understand? My blessing is available everywhere. Always. And at least take the responsibility to assimilate my blessings. Look in. Where are the patterns? How much of actual belief you have that you will be able to make it? What's the effort you put? What is actually, where are you? How that business occurs to you, how you occur to that business. Ask these basic questions. You will have answers. And if you straight point blank say, I had your blessings and still I have not made. Yes, my blessings are there. It is like people come and ask me, Swamiji bless us, we should have a kid. I say, Tathastu. And then you come back after 5 years and say, we took blessings from 5 years from before and we did not have kids. My blessings are there. There. Come on. There is something you need to do. So understand how you are occurring to it. How that is occurring to you. I can say, my teachings are my blessings. My teachings are my blessings. Pick it up. Pick up my teachings. That will make what you want as reality. The word blessings, you can always pick it up. Pick up my teachings, that is my blessings. That will only make what you want as reality. First thing, this whole question is about the wealth dimension of you. I'll give you one important truth. Activism is wealth. Understand? In any field, you are active. You can convert that into wealth. You can make that as a wealth flow in your life. Actually, this one truth itself needs to be expanded as a program. Maybe the next program, Secrets of Attracting Wealth, is specially for you. To answer this question, I invite you, please come and experience how the activism can be converted into wealth. How activism can be a flow of wealth in your life. I invite you to come and enjoy the secrets of attracting wealth. That will really make experiential answer for this question. Basically competition, then value addition, then dharma, means our ethics. Whether in the level of competition or in the level of value addition or in the level of dharma, in every level I see one point can be stable and make yourself current. See, there are some concepts very stable, eternal, but it cannot be current.
Cannot be current.
There are some concepts which are current, but they do not have the eternity support.
Yes.
There is one concept which is eternal and can be current. Means it's as old as sun, as new as sunrise. Responsibility established on oneness. When we look at the life, whether creating the product or marketing the product or facing the competitors, see, facing the competitors is nothing but the job of Kshatriya. Value addition is the job of the Vaishya. This too,
Design is the
if it
job
is
of the Brahmana.
designed with the context of Brahmana, Dharma is established. Now what I am talking is more like a theory, more like a lines. If I have to get down to every situation, the basic things. See, pharmaceutical companies, when they started developing the chemical based
Molecules.
medicines, they were not cunning. They were not criminal. It was all with a good motive, very good intention. But when the huge marketing infrastructure is established and they do not have enough product to supply and sustain the marketing infrastructure, now they are forced to retain their marketing infrastructure. So then morality and the need is compromised. So this is what I call bending the context of a Brahmana. If the Brahmana's context is not bent, and if they take the brunt of, we don't have enough product to supply to maintain this marketing infrastructure, it might have been a hit for them in one year. But if the context of integrity is kept, the further research and development could have happened. Okay. If we compromise on the quality to maintain the infrastructure, further R&D is not required. Cheating is enough to keep us alive. If we don't compromise on the Brahminical Dharma, the context, these two, competition and this value addition, these two will not kill each other.
Innovation and
The
integrity.
competition kills the value addition without making innovation possible. If the competition is maintained, faced with the responsibility of the value addition,
And the
innovation
innovation.
happens.
Success.
Rule for success. And I tell you, anywhere, when we are hit with the reports, it's collapsing. Our marketing infrastructure is not able to sustain the income which is coming. If we are hit, the reaction comes as a cheating.
Oh.
Less reaction, more action.
More action.
So the leaders need to be more acting, less reacting. Then the decisions will always be without compromising the context of Brahminical principles, dharma, and without the competition will not kill the value addition. If we are not allowing the competition kill the value addition, that is punya.
That is punya.
Making profit without letting the competition kill the value addition, without letting Vaishya kill Kshatriya, anything you make, you are a Brahmana. It all boils down to competition not becoming cunning and destroying value addition. Value addition, if as long as is kept alive, all profit you make is punya.
Good
I should say
products.
100% punya. For example, this chair. To make this chair, it may take 100 rupee. But I have all the rupee. Saying I sat on this. It's a value addition.
The value.
Because you see, value is only based on what people want. Understand?
Yes.
It is not what all the ingredients put in that. What all the ingredients put in that and what comes out is output. That is not value.
Yes.
Output is different, value is different.
Yes. Yes.
Value is dependent on the people who want it.
Yes.
Its output may be 100 rupee. So when we fix the value, we are not, see, value no way compromises our integrity. For example, if I say I sat on it and fixed the cost as 1 lakh and I have not sat on it, then it is wrong. Then it is lack of integrity.
Yes.
So anywhere if the integrity is maintained to the word and spirit, everything comes as a punya. Everything comes as a punya. See, if you use the word obligation means
Our responsibility.
if you use the word obligation, I'll answer not compromising on the value addition. Means competition not killing the value addition is the obligation.
Obligation.
Responsibility is all the stress you receive, feedback you receive, pressure you receive should be directed towards innovation. That is responsibility.
That's the responsibility.
Obligation is competition and the survival threats not killing value addition is obligation, and all the survival threats are converted and manifested as innovation is responsibility. When a pattern hits us, completion is obligation, converting that into power is responsibility.
To teach the science and knowledge to more and more people, to more and more, so I don't bother. Still I have not touched dollar bill. Still I travel without touching money. All over the world, because I don't feel like handling. Anyhow, I have created wealth. I am not against wealth, or I am not for wealth. All I request is to understand that should not be the first priority. Don't put that as a first priority. Life is not so bad to put wealth as a first priority. You are not that cheap to put wealth as that priority. That is what Patanjali wants us to understand by the word asteya and aparigraha. Non-stealing and living with minimum things. It takes your body to its potential. It takes your body to its peak. It takes your consciousness to its peak. First thing, yama, and next, niyama. The yama, these are the few understandings you need to go through. I think I have covered. Ahimsa means non-violent. Try to be as much non-violent as possible. Actually, non-violence will happen only if you are in high energy. So let us create energy. Instead of talking more about it, let's create more energy. If you are in low energy, everything will irritate you. Everything will irritate you. Just seeing somebody also you will be irritated. If you are in high energy, nothing will irritate you. You will just handle, you know, the life, you know everything. And so be very clear. Ahimsa, high energy. When you are actually in high energy, you just float. You never feel like doing himsa. You never feel like killing anything or destroying anybody or even giving psychological pain. Even psychological pain.
Understand the word, the luxury of simplicity. I am defining luxury of simplicity means to keep yourself inspired and excited and enthusiastic, alive. I do not need anything from outside. Is luxury of simplicity. Array, simplicity is a luxury. It is not poverty. A man who tastes the simplicity will radiate grace. The luxury of simplicity, it's the property of Mahadeva. Luxury of simplicity. The ability to be constantly inspired, excited, alive, radiating. Such complete inner image about you, outer image, others' image and life image. That is the simplicity where you do not need anything from outside to excite you, either your senses or your sensitivity or your sensibility. If you need something to excite your senses, that is materialistic. Pleasures of five senses. If you need something to excite your sensitivity, that's the need for love, romance, emotional fulfillment. If you need something externally to excite your sensibility, that is like a need of knowledge and purpose. All that. But a man who does not need all the three to keep himself enthusiastic, exciting, radiating, energetic, only he knows what is simplicity. Simplicity is luxury. Understand? Neither these few pillows nor this throne can take away that luxury of simplicity from me. Understand? Simplicity is not, as you understand, poverty based. It is a spiritual based. The inner space that decides everything about life. Whether somebody is simple or not is not decided by the dress he is wearing, or the jewels he is having, or the car he is driving, or the house he is living. Somebody can be living in a poorest, most poorest slum, but he may need so many things to excite him from outside. He cannot be enjoying, enriching, exciting himself from his inner space. Then he is the most luxurious guy. He is not living a simple life. Understand? Somebody may be living in a palace, but he doesn't need anything to excite his senses or sensitivity or sensibility from external way. Nothing external is required to excite him in all these three levels. Then is the most simple being, Bholenath, Mahadeva. Listen. Constantly hold on to that space. You are Mahadeva, Shivoham, without encouraging the logic which asks for external evidence and external witnesses. Instead, in the first, start building internal evidences and internal witnesses. The moment you remember, I am Mahadeva, let me be in the bliss of Mahadeva, in the experience of Mahadeva, in the knowledge of Mahadeva. Let your logic starts functioning in that first. Let the Shiva Bodha be built. The first effect will happen on you is luxury of simplicity will happen. Simplicity, which is the biggest luxury. When I decided to come to the planet Earth, the first thing I packed and kept under my arms, without forgetting or without leaving the responsibility to somebody else. Land, I told, hey, you go and take it. Keep it ready for the Sangha. Wealth, I said, all right, you take it and go. So many things, strategy, so many things I sent it through so many people and told them, hey, go and keep all the things ready. But one, I myself kept it under my arms without leaving it to anybody, is luxury of simplicity. Understand? This one property, I did not leave it to anybody. I did not leave that responsibility to anybody. Because this is the most important property I need. Whether in my thinking, or being, or words, lifestyle, teaching, in everything. This one quality, luxury of simplicity, will be underlying current. I tell you, that's the biggest richness anyone can have. The ability to be never dependent on anything. Ability to be never dependent on anything. Even now, my whole life can run just with few handful of curd rice and tamarind rice. That also I am not dependent on it. I tell you, when you start invoking Shivoham, living Shivoham, digesting Shivoham, breathing Shivoham, the first internal witness and evidence which will start getting built is luxury of simplicity. Grace of the independence. The grace of the independence. The people who don't know what is simplicity, those stupid fellows are telling, I am not simple. I really wanted to tell you guys, even contemplating Shivoham will start creating the luxury of simplicity in you. Start developing that internal independence, the richness, luxury of simplicity. When you cognize Shivoham, the luxury of Kundalini happens in you. You will be able to help anyone to experience Kundalini awakening. Only the person who knows the luxury of simplicity can be Tyagaraja. Because whatever you need in the world, he doesn't need. Go on. Go on. Go on cognizing. Shivoham. Shivoham, Shivoham. That is the only way you can burn your tiredness and boredom. And I tell you, the man who burnt the tiredness and boredom with this fire of Shivoham, only he knows the luxury of independence. Luxury of simplicity. I tell you, till you burn your tiredness and boredom, even if you have 1,000 cars, different cars for every day, different houses for every day, different wives for every day, you will never experience luxury. You will still feel you are deprived. Because the experience of tiredness and boredom is the root of the experience of feeling deprived. If you can be bored, not 1,000 car, even if you have 1 million car, you will be bored. If you can be bored, not just 1,000 houses, even if you have 10 million houses, in all the best locations of the world, you will be bored. So first, burn that pattern of getting tired and bored with this fire of Shivoham. That's the only fire which can burn the pattern of getting tired and bored. The moment You liberated yourself from the pattern of getting tired and bored. I tell you, you know the luxury of simplicity. You are ever enthusiastic, ever enriching, ever excited, ever enlightened. Anyone who has seen me in a very close quarters, my personal life 24/7. 3 years before, people used to have that opportunity. Only last 3 years, I have withdrawn from the society, human society, and no one has access to my life other than the time I come out and sit for satsang classes initiation. But in those days, 3 years before, people used to have access to see my personal life 24/7. For quite a long time, I was even resting in samadhi in my courtyard outside on the swing, the KAILASA courtyard, and people will be able to peep in while they walk across the KAILASA courtyard. Day and night, anytime. People who had access to my personal life 24/7 knows very clearly how the system I am using, body and mind, is eternally, intensely, continuously inspired, excited, hardworking, alive, awake. That is why even now, many people try to find out in which time zone I am in. They are not able to find out because anytime I come to the session, I am fresh. Body is alive, no yawning, no tiredness. This fully alive. So you can't gauge my biological clock. You can't gauge what time I am sleeping, what is my daytime, what is my night time. You can't gauge. You can't gauge based on my body language and my body, the time zone I am in. Because I am alive 24/7. No tiredness, no yawning, no symptoms of anything related to biological clock. I tell you, the one and only reason is using consciousness as fuel. It's not that I don't take external food. As long as I was in India, I used to take 1 meal a day. Sometimes, I think when I traveled to US and all the countries, I even had 2 meal a day. But after I left India, withdrew from human society, then I reduced it to once in 15 days, solid food, and other times liquid, sometimes little semi-solid like a kire, spinach.
So nowadays, during the Maheshwara Puja, I take solid food. Please understand, it's not that I am not taking the food, the external fuel, but it is 90% less than what you all usually take. It's almost like a 90% less than what you all take. So understand, just make consciousness as a fuel for your body. When you feel the hunger, you will make Divya Sarira of Paramashiva for yourself. I tell you, freedom is knowing you can manifest the life you want just like that. I'm defining freedom. Freedom is knowing you can manifest the life you want just like that. Actually, you are free. You can manifest the life you want just like that. Why don't you understand? I am the living example. I want to stand on the top of the world and scream, which I am literally doing now. Standing on the top of the world, KAILASA, and screaming, "Oh, human beings, because you have a consciousness, which is my own reflection, you are all free and you are all empowered to manifest the life as you want. Anything else, all other alternative beliefs you are carrying, your impossibility, everything is the brainwashing done to you for the people, by the people who are planning to exploit you. Dun, 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 dun. This is exactly what to do. Anyone makes you feel you can't manifest the life you wanted is planning to exploit you. I tell you, your SDHD really does not matter. Your conscious decision matters. For example, I give you an example. Somebody, he decides today onwards, I will consciously surrender myself to Paramashiva and manifest Paramashiva in me. Then naturally self-doubt and hatred and denial, self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial will wake up and say, what are you talking? You, Paramashiva? Paramashiva means he is a creator, destroyer, liberator. He does all the 5 actions. He creates, he maintains, he destroys, he pulls out of depression, delusion, and he liberates. How can you be Paramashiva? That your self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, all that will stand up and start jumping. I tell you, your inner miniature version of your mother-in-law is your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. It will just jump. I'm telling you, consciously, your life never ever gets touched by the impact, effect of self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred. Listen carefully. Only mentally you attack yourself, stop yourself and tie yourself in your couch and start doing Nidra Devata Puja. Nidra Devi Samadhi. Listen. The beauty of your consciousness is it does not get affected even by death. Then can it be affected by your stupid self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial? Loose. Lusani. Please understand, I am talking something scientifically scientific. Cosmic science. Your existence, what you feel as you consciously, does not get disturbed, shaken, even when your body is pulled out of you. When your mind is pulled out of you, it doesn't get shaken by anything being pulled out of you. Listen, I am not brainwashing you. Keeping Mahadeva, Paramashiva as a witness, I am revealing his inner space. How he is inside, I am opening it to all of you. I am just opening a door for all of you to experience Paramashiva's inner space. I am telling you, just internalize this. Your balance sheet will go up. You will take amazing business decision. You will take enlightened business decisions, enlightened relationship decisions, enlightened health decisions, enlightened life strategies. Your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial does not impact you. Anything you fill in your logic becomes your imagination. Whether oneness or any decision you take, anything you fill your logic, it becomes your imagination. Anything you fill your breath, your heart, it becomes your visualization. Anything you fill your depth, that becomes your declaration. Then comes time, length, breadth, depth, time. Only anything becomes part of your space can be ever yours. Till something has not become part of your space, it cannot be yours. It is only your imagination, visualization, declaration. Length, breadth, depth. Listen. I made a statement, ferociousness breaks the time layer, removes tiredness, depression,
boredom associated to length, breadth, depth, and makes anything as your space. The example story I gave, Bhishma. Understand? Two incidents I gave. In my life, one day I missed the morning Mangalarati in Ramakrishna Mutt. Mutt has a beautiful routine. Early morning, during the summer it is 4 o'clock and during the winter it is 4:30. The morning Mangalarati, everyone has to come and sit and do the spiritual routine. One day I missed the morning Mangalarati because I overslept. I did not do the cute analysis. Oh, what is the pattern? What must be the reason I overslept? I did not do all that cute diagnosis analysis. It was a ferocious decision. I think we should stop sleeping, that's all. The ferociousness with which I decided to stop sleeping. Only next 3-4 days I did not sleep. But the ferociousness was powerful enough to open my time layer. My decision to be in Mangalarati moved from length, imagination, breadth, visualization, depth, declaration to the space. Time opened up. And after that, not only I never missed Mangalarati, never sleep was a voting component of my life. Understand this word. Sleep lost voting right in my life's any decision. Any decision I took in my life, sleep, tiredness, depression, boredom, all the four are same. Tiredness is the chemical effect of sleep. Depression is the psychological effect of sleep. Boredom is emotional effect of sleep. Coma is physiological, psychological, emotional effect of sleep. Death is the conscious effect of sleep. After that day, no decision could be influenced. Understand? After that, no decision in my life was influenced by sleep. The story of Bhishma. He goes to the woman. Santanu has fallen in love. Actually, he is going to pick up a girl for his father. That itself was not usual in Vedic tradition. And she expresses the fear that my son will not be a king. So I don't want to marry your father because you will be the king. Even if you don't become, your son will fight for the throne. See the ferociousness with which he handles the problem. He is not saying, don't worry, I will not fight, I will make sure my son does not fight. No! The ferociousness. I declare myself Akanda Brahmachari. Understand, the scene is described by Vyasa. It was such fantastic scene. Son sacrificing his life for father's lust, which is not dharmically expected. Dharmically, he is not expected to do this. He just deals the whole problem with ferociousness and says, not only I will be a servant forever to the Hastinapur throne, he declares himself as a servant of the Hastinapur throne forever, and he died for Hastinapur throne till the end. Understand? He dropped his body to protect Hastinapur throne. The last act he did, giving all the spiritual and dharmic strength he had to Dharmaraja, now who is Hastinapur throne head. Before he left the body, he made sure the right person is in the Hastinapur throne, Yudhishthira. And he infuses all his best things, Vishnu Sahasranama, and the system to rule. Both he gives to Yudhishthira. I don't know how many of you know, Vishnu Sahasranama was chanted by Bhishma on deathbed. On arrow bed, he chanted, and he gifted the great spiritual principles, the principles of administrating a country through a spiritual way, and gave literally everything to Hastinapur throne and left the body. Listen. See, in our Puranas, every incident and the boon and the whole story you need to connect and see. Only then you will understand the principles. He declares with all the ferociousness, no more sex. I am a brahmachari, aganda brahmachari. Understand the ferociousness. Time opens. Listen. Whenever something happens on the planet Earth, when the time layer opens, the gods and goddesses shower the flowers. Any incident you read, Devatas were showering the flowers, that incident will be directly related to opening of the time. What is opening of the time? Your vow or the decision is from space, not restricted by time. Understand? Something is imagination, visualization, declaration, if it is bound by time. The same thing, if it is not bound by time, it becomes your space.
So beautifully, we listened to such powerful revelations from Swamiji on what is the right inner space to have for wealth manifestation and various myths that we carry about wealth manifestation are busted. And Swamiji gives such profound solutions that we can start living from this moment on. So thank you all. Hope all of you enjoy today's program. Do share your experiences with us. And tomorrow we are going to be having a very special revelation from Swamiji on how to free yourself, break free from your karma. What does karma mean and how to free yourself from your karmas? So get ready. And now we come to the conclusion of today's day. And let's conclude today's day with the Purna Mantra. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओं तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् श्री नित्यानन्द परमेश्वर पादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्. Thank you all, Nithyananda.